Caught me with my hair. That's funny. All right, got a haircut. Just want to show it off. You know, I think it looks nice. All right, movie time. Let's rock. So, 1995, or is it 1990? What year are we even in? 1993? Yeah, that's it. Look Who's Talking Now. Never been a fan of these movies. My mom liked them. I just watched them with her when I was younger. They were pretty okay. Honestly, it just keeps on going. And yeah, you'd want to, do a trilogy of these movies when I guess you're making a lot of money off of the first two. Might as well do a third one. Add dogs that can talk. I think Danny DeVito's in this one. I guess. That's pretty funny. He plays the dog named Rox. Which leads to, I think... Okay, there's a really good joke in this movie where they find this dog that the kid names Rox, and they're in their limo, and the dad is like, "Why'd you call him Rox?" And the kid's like, "'Cause you left some rocks in the back seat." Yeah, it's the only poop joke I like, but other than that, fluff, nothing. I forget about this movie a lot. I don't remember that much of it. I actually thought Bruce Willis was in it, or was that a different baby movie? I'm not sure. But yeah, Look Who's Talking Now is at the bottom. Free Willy is up next. And I don't remember this movie at all. I saw it at a friend's house when I was way young. I think I ate like Flintstone vitamins at their house. Or no, it was popsicles. Flintstone popsicles at their house. That was really nice. Watching that movie, I guess. It was on TV. I think I watched the whole thing. It was good. Honestly, nothing much to say about Free Willy, but... it's about a whale in captivity that they had to free, I guess. Hooray. Okay, moving on to the next one. Hocus Pocus. I saw this movie recently, and I liked it a lot. It just isn't as good as the other movies on the list. I like the song Put a Spell on You. I think the cast of Witches does a great job. Sonic's in the movie for a brief moment, in like the Halloween kind of scene. All the kids like walking around trick-or-treating and stuff. And that's pretty fun. The effects are pretty okay. It's a little hokey for its time. It's kind of weird. There's, I think, a talking cat or a dog or something. But honestly, it isn't memorable that much. So, yeah, it's kind of low on the list. I respect what they did. It's a weird movie. I think Sarah Jessica Parker's in it. And that's strange. It's one of those odd 90s movies that kind of just... It has a weird cult following nowadays. It made a sequel. I like this movie, the concept of it. I don't remember much of it, but I really like the concept of just dinosaurs. And there's like a weird circus with crows. And I remember the villain, Professor Screweyes, dying randomly with a bunch of where he's like, freaking out or something. And he's like doing this and stuff. No, no. And like all the crows glom him. And then the crows disperse and he's gone. And it's so weird. And I'm like, what did I just watch? So for sheer novelty, We're Back it's on the list, at least. I don't know. Speaking of dinosaurs, Jurassic Park was good. I really like this one. It was a good movie. Again, it has that weird 90s cheese that, I don't know. I just feel like the 90s are an extension of the 80s, where the 80s weren't really trying that hard to be cool and were cool. And the 90s are trying really hard to be cool, but missing that mark. They're just missing the mark there. Kind of a bummer on that for me. I really like the cast, though. Everyone does a really great job. Newman's in it. Newman. But yeah, dinosaur effects are really good for this one. I liked it a lot. They're super neat. Other than that, not really much to say about this one. Dinosaurs are cool. A lot of peril with dinosaurs, and it's, nice at least. I saw this in school. This movie, Dave. Dave is about the president going into a coma. And the U.S. government has kept track of a look-alike throughout the years who they have posed as the president. And it's pretty cool, because he actually does a lot of good things for the country, which is really nice. It's really nice to see, especially now. But, yeah, I like this movie a lot. It was a great concept. Honestly, most of these movies are getting higher up on the list for concept alone. Execution is probably the top 5, but... Concept alone, this movie is great. I really liked it a lot. It's kind of heartfelt and cute. The president, the Dave and the president's wife. It's interesting with that dynamic. How he goes through the president's day to day. It's pretty interesting. And all in all, it's a really great movie concept. I liked it a lot. I really liked how weird this movie was. It's strange. I've always liked like the kind of alien movies, but this is apparently an SNL movie. And those don't really fare so well, but I liked this one. It was really weird and pretty fun. I honestly think the makeup was great in this one. It was really well done with the cones on their heads, and it's just cute. It's weird, cute, and wholesome. It's a family of aliens trying to basically live in suburbia, and that's it. It's kind of like not Alf, but it has that kind of Alf thing where it's just like weird people trying to be normal. That's all, and I think that's really funny. It's like the Addams Family too, in a way. But all their strange customs, the things they do, it's just cool. It's a nice movie that's just fun. I think not too much to say about it. Robin Hood Men in Tights is great. There's so many breaking fourth wall breaking jokes. I was on a big Mel Brooks kick when I was younger, and I still kind of am. I really respect and love his work. I feel like a lot of people are saying this is the movie that kind of like little downward slope of Mel Brooks, but I think that was Dracula Dead and Loving It, which I never saw. But I really liked Robin Hood Men in Tights. A lot of funny jokes. His friend, a Chew or something, who then has another friend, a Sneeze. I think Alan Rickman's in this one. I'm not exactly sure. I gotta double check on that. Robin Hood. Oh, that was Prince of Thieves. Was he in Men in Tights? Who's the cast of Men in Tights? Richard Lewis is in this one? Oh my god, I gotta see this again. Dave Chappelle's in this one. Wow, great cast on this one. Tracy Ullman. Patrick Stewart's in this one. Dom DeLuise, of course. Dick Van Patten. Wow. The great cast for this one. Really good. Wow. Yeah, it's a very funny movie. It's basically a Robin Hood parody that Mel Brooks did. And there's a lot of parodies of Robin Hood around that time or something where you can't take it seriously anymore, so you just shelve the property. And there hasn't been a good Robin Hood for a while. And I don't like many Robin Hoods have a British accent. But Gary Elbows is great in this one. He was funny in Princess Bride. He was funny in this one. He does a great job with usually whatever he's in. He was in The Knuckles Show, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is just a funny movie. I liked it a lot. It was pretty cleverly done. And it's cute. That's all. Yeah. I feel like this is low on the list. And I feel like you guys are going to judge me on it. But I just don't like this movie as much as I probably should. It has a kind of cynical edge to it. Like, I feel like Robin really nailed it as the genie. But in this role, he's really just out to get people. It's strange. Like, in the beginning, I understand that there's a cartoon he's doing dubbing for. And the parrot in the cartoon he's playing smokes. And instead of doing the line as it's read, he just starts choking and coughing and gets fired. And then he hires a zoo for his kid's birthday without telling the wife who he's getting a divorce with. And you kind of understand where she's coming from. And you're watching this sort of insane man try to get his children back by like any means necessary, and it's weird. He does a great job in the role as Mrs. Doubtfire, but getting there is really just bizarre, and even afterwards it's bizarre. And then the whole gender role thing with him is strange too, and how the kids find out, and it's like, I love the dinner scene at the end, which is pretty funny, where he switches in the bathroom between Doubtfire and Robin, and how that gets mixed up in there is pretty funny. All in all, it's a good movie. I really think it does a great job. Robin killed the role. There's just a lot of cynicism to the film that I just don't latch on to, honestly. Not a big fan of how this movie was kind of done. If it was done lighter, the ending is pretty progressive, though, how it ended. And Sally Fields and Robin, but Sally Fields is the GOAT. Like, she's one of the best. And I'm not just saying that because I want to have her in my TV show in a cameo here and there. She's like she's my ideal casting for a character I want to have down the line. But I really, think she did a great job in this one. She's the MVP in this one. Robin's really great, but he does all the stuff we usually see. She does a great job at reacting to everything and just being the sort of supportive mom character. She did a great job also in the Spider-Man movies with the same kind of role. She nails it in that kind of mom character role. It's great. The kids do a great job. The little girl's adorable. I think I remember the little girl being really cute in this one. And all in all, it's a fun movie. Just there's a layer of just fog of cynicism that kind of shrouds it a bit for me. It really doesn't jive with how happy I think the Robin movie should be. But even though now, in this time period today, realizing, his struggles, depression and everything, it makes sense about the cynicism there. And it really, truly, I don't know, maybe Aladdin soured him or something with that. I'm not sure, but good movie. This is great. I love this one. It's like a mystery. You don't know who the Mask of Phantasm is. Batman's trying to find who he is. The Joker gets involved. And everyone's like smiling everywhere, and it's creepy and scary, and Batman's at a grave of his parents, and there's a lot of drama and intrigue, and it's really cool, and the twist is great at the end, and the fight at the end is wonderful with Batman versus Joker. I know I'm not doing a plot summary for this one, but it's great. It's a theatrical release film for the Batman animated series. How could you not like it? It's just awesome. I think this is one of their best. It's really well done and super cool. Phantasm is like peak Batman if you want to watch a Batman movie, aside from, I think The Batman is great, as well as the Lego Batman is phenomenal. This one is really awesome as well. Batman was my childhood. Let me just go into how I liked Batman as a kid. I got all the action figures. I, loved all the characters. Oh, the voices of the Joker here! We're going over all these movies. I think you'll like them. I can't do the laugh. I'm trying to do the laugh. I really... It just gets too loud and too out of control. It's hard to, keep the control of the voice. Because the character just, roams free in my head! I always loved in the series, in this show, in this movie in particular, when Joker gets hit. Ah! That noise is gorgeous. I've always loved it when bad guys make, ow noises, and they are, just to them. It's so well done. But I think the Joker is one of the best villains in the entire series. I think you'll like him, too. There's a monologue that, I'm going to read it. Let me find the monologue. Dear friends, today is the day the clown cried. And he cries not for the passing of one man, but for the death of a dream. The dream that he would someday taste the ultimate victory over his hated enemy. For it was the Batman who made me the happy soul I am today. How I agonized over the perfect way to thank him for that. Perhaps the cyanide pie in the face, or an exploding whoopee cushion playfully planted in the Batmobile. But those dreams were dashed by the weaselly little gunzel sitting there in our midst. The cowardly, insignificant Garniff, who probably got lucky when Batman slipped in a slime trail this loser left behind him. This mound of deceased hyena This mound of diseased hyena filth who's not fit to lick the dirt from my spats. But I digress. The time for sorrow has passed. It's time to look to a future filled with smiles, and I'll be smiling again just as soon as we take that man there and slap him in that box there and roll him into that vat of acid there! Yeah, I love the Joker. Batman the Animated Series, one of my favorite Jokers of all time. I really love the character. The show made him basically perfect, and I don't think any other series can do better than Mark Hamill did. Or another movie, for that matter. They try. Heath Ledger, I think, comes the closest. He's a different kind of Joker. Less whimsical. Still pretty whimsical, but more darker and edgier. Whereas you have this lighter, softer Joker in the animated series and movie. And, man, it's smacks. It slaps. It's awesome. I really love it. Okay, let's move on. So I put this in. I switched this with Mrs. Doubtfire because I felt like that wasn't a strong of movie. I saw this movie, I think, in a my college. I think there was some class. I forget what class it was, honestly. Oh gosh, like a social, not social media, like a social society kind of class. And this class, by the way, I love this class. It was awesome. Like I really love this class. I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry. There's like a 10-year gap between that class and now. But the thing about that class was I studied hard for the final in the library, and I was walking up to where the class was because the final time was like then, and I bumped into the teacher, and I'm like, "Wait, what's going on?" And she's like, "Yeah, I noticed you weren't at the final," and I'm like, "The final already happened?" And the teacher was like, sympathetic, and thankfully I got in like the morning of the next day. The teacher had a class and let me sort of sit in during that final with the final that I had, and I forgot what grade I got, but I wouldn't have gotten as good a grade as if I didn't do that final. So thank you, serendipity and happenstance, for that one. So yeah, it's gonna have the reason why I will never go back in time past that point if time travel exists. Like, just gonna anyways, Gilbert Grape is about a young boy who is played by Johnny Depp, and his brother named Gilbert, who has, I believe, a learning disability or autism or something of that kind of like, where his I'm trying to put this in a sort of softer way. He has some kind of disability with his mental disability in a way, and he man, my brain is coming up with all these easy, cheap words that are really dumb. I have to dig a little bit. But you kind of get the picture, I think. And it's about life. It's about their life in their small town, and how this little boy, Gilbert Grape, is somewhat of a nuisance for the town, but they all love him and care about him. And the mother is a widow who is incredibly large, and she sits on the couch all day watching television. And it's about this boy taking care of his brother while his mother is still, I believe, mourning. I'm not sure. But honestly, she's been there for a while on that couch. And it's just an intriguing, interesting concept that was paid off really well within the film. It's not black and white, but I do love this one. It's really well done. And the little boy, Gilbert Grape, is played by Leo DiCaprio at a young age, and he killed it. Basically, the reason why this is so high up is because a young Leonardo DiCaprio stole the show. It was awesome. He did a great job at this role, and it was just really great. I loved it. I had fond memories of it. I think it's a great movie, and it's very well done. Gilbert Grape is awesome. This is number 2, I think, by the way. And oh my god, I saw this when I was sick one time. It didn't make me sicker, but my god, this movie, like, I can't even think about it that much without cheering up. This is about a certain event that happened during World War II. And I'm not going to go farther than that. Liam Neeson, he killed it in this role. Oh my god, this is a pretty young Liam Neeson. Like, I think actually post Darkman. I don't know. Maybe he did Darkman just to get away from this movie, but no, I'm not saying that. But he knocked it out of the park. Ralph Fiennes, oh my god, he plays one of the officer guys. Horrible. I feel like that's why they, in a way, cast him as Voldemort, because of this movie. And the little girl in the red, oh my god. Jeez, that was so cool seeing that little pop of color in this black and white movie. So much footage, I think, was used from that time period. I'm trying to not say what this was. I'm trying to keep it hush-hush, but man, this is one of the movies you should see in your lifetime. Everyone should see this movie. I don't know if I can again. It's one of those one and done. You will never forget this film. Ever. I still remember some of the footage from it. I still remember a lot of the moments from it, the scenes, the character blocking, the lighting. Oh, it's such good lighting in this one. I mean, I might eventually watch it again when I have kids and be like, if you're ever like any of these bad people, I will kick you out of the house. Oh man, but just be good to one another, you know? Oh, and the ending scene with the flowers. Oh, this whole thing was just great. It was a Spielberg, I think. I don't know who did this, but hats off to whoever did this movie. Loved it. Just loved it. Like, basically perfect. But this one is much more fun to rewatch. This one is much more memorable and fun, I think, as far as good memories go. This is my favorite Bill Murray role, by the way, I was saying from the last one. And by the way, speaking of the last one, I messed up. Regarding Henry, I pulled a La La Land, or Moonlight, or whatever it was from the Oscars. Beauty and the Beast was a 1991 movie. How did I not know this? I feel like I feel so stupid. Beauty and the Beast is second to Aladdin in that one. And then Regarding Henry's number 1 in 92. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Groundhog Day is awesome. It's about a man named Phil Connors. Oh my god, Phil Connors! Ned! There's so many great quotes in this movie. I love the actors in this one. Chris Elliott's in this. Bill Murray is great in this. Oh my gosh. Oh, what's his name? Pirate dude. Come on. Brian Doyle. Bill Murray's brother is the Flying Dutchman and Knuckles from cartoons. It's just so great. I really love seeing him in whatever he's in, live action or not. Heck yeah. Brian Doyle Murray for the win. I hope he's going to be alive for like 20, 30 more years or whatever. And I hope everyone's alive for 20, 30 more years. People are going to start going like flies. I hate to say that, but it's true. It's true. Time makes fools of us all. But I love this movie. It's about a man caught in a time loop on Groundhog Day when he's stuck in a snowstorm in a small town covering the weather. And he slowly realizes that he can't get out of it, so he makes the best of it. He first, indulges in he first tries to, destroy himself. And that doesn't work. He tries to destroy the groundhog. That doesn't work. He tries to do, everything he can. He learns about the town. He, steals money. And then takes piano lessons with it, which is pretty cool. And he starts to game the system of the town and learn things over the course of however many years and decades he's been stuck inside of the time loop. And it's fascinating to watch. It's really fun. It's great. It plays over and over on Groundhog Day, which is one of the funnest things. I love it. I was watching it this year, but man, that whole thing with Ned Ryerson, I think he's one of my favorite side characters in anything, if only for the fact that you have 2 words, Phil, Ned, and it's just perfect. It's perfect, basically. That comedy beat is so good. And Groundhog Day is phenomenal. I love it. I just love it. It's not in my top 10, but my gosh, it's probably my top 20 or so. It's one of the better movies ever. Yeah. So now, we go off to 1994. So yeah, 94 is great. Let's go. This isn't great. Oh god. Dom DeLuise plays a troll. Design is cute. There's a villain named Gnorga. There's kids, and he's a troll who lives in Central Park, and he's trying to make flowers, and he has a green thumb that can make everything pretty, and then she has a bad thumb that can make everything ugly, and the designs are weird, the story is stupid, it doesn't make sense, and it's really just brain rot for children. I'm sorry, guys. Skip this one for Don Bluth. It's one of his last couple films, and yeah. Thumbelina, kind of also. This is Don Bluth too, right? Yeah. I'm still mad I didn't see him and say hi. I'm such a shy person when it's not in front of a camera or alone. Thumbelina is about this little girl born inside a flower, and she's magic or something, and she goes to the world of the bugs and toads and frogs, and there's a fairy dude with wings, and it's interesting and weird, and Gilbert Gottfried's in it, and there's Spanish singing frogs, and cha-cha-cha or whatever it is. There's a French dove or pigeon named Jacquimo, who I remember the character design of. Give me a weird voice, and I'll probably remember it. Jacquimo! But Gilbert Gottfried was in this movie, and I think he was funny. He played a bug who was really kind of a sleazy man. What's really weird is that there's a singing part of the movie, and Gilbert Gottfried doesn't sing, and I'm like, how dare you deprive us of this? Wow, wow! I remember the whole song, and just the costuming for the characters is weird. Like, they put Thumbelina in, like, a couple different outfits, and it's just weird. I don't know. Somebody is enjoying this movie too much, if you catch my drift. There's a lot of weird stuff in this film. So, don't get me wrong, people who may be my family and may have done work on this film and may have made up Tim Allen to look like Santa Claus, and you did an amazing job, but I'm just not a huge fan of this movie. Again, there's a layer of cynicism to it that I really don't understand. I actually was on the set for a scene or so of this movie. I met Tim Allen, not this movie, the third one. He was rude, but I get it. You're filming Santa Claus 3 and you're tired and you want to go home. I totally understand that you're not really pleasant to really, want to get up to that kind of pleasantries. But yeah, he was just kind of like, probably over it. And I'll give him that. I'll definitely give him that. Santa Claus is about Santa falls off the roof, and the family whose house he fell off, the dad picks up the suit and he puts it on and he starts becoming Santa Claus. That isn't a weird train of logic, I don't know. But yeah, it's a good movie. I don't remember much of it. It was, I think, okay. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I might watch it again, honestly, but yeah, and he turns into Santa Claus. And actually, you know what? I'm remembering the makeup in the trailers from what I saw a while ago. The makeup is awesome. I'm just saying that. Good job to the makeup artist, who I know and have family with. And yeah, just saying. Great job on that. Otherwise, there's a little bit of, I don't know, just kind of, I gotta watch this again, honestly. Oh god, you probably can't even read that, and I can't read it either. The Page Master. This is a really cool idea. I love the concept alone, where a little boy, Macaulay Culkin, by the way, Macaulay Culkin finds a book that he gets transported into, and he can just he can hop from genre to genre and book to book. And there's there's book friends he has. This would be an amazing RPG. I'd love to see a Page Master RPG. Like, he goes to the Jekyll and Hyde. He goes to Treasure Island. He goes to fantasy worlds and stuff. There's a dragon in this one that's pretty cool. And his book friends are really cute, and they're voiced by celebrities. I forget which ones. I think Leonard Nimoy's in this movie. As someone who's watching Star Trek currently, I love that show. I'm gonna keep mentioning it. Yeah, this is a pretty cool movie. It's kind of all over the place, but it has a really great style to it. I don't think it's Don Bluth, but it's definitely aping Don Bluth and kind of succeeding. It's in the weird gray area of movies that are just trying to get by on looking like something else. This one's a good example of that, though. It has a really neat concept with pretty interesting characters. I have a few action figures of them. I think I have the horror book and maybe the pirate. I think I have the book characters as little PVC statues that are pretty cool. And yeah, Page Master's pretty goated. This too, though. Oh my god. Yeah, I really like this one. My gosh, the overacting is peak in this one. It's about a woman who is cursed to be a swan, and the evil wizard who takes advantage of that, and it's one of those kind of are they going to get where they need to get to by the time the time is up? And the prince is a hunter or something, and he hunts this giant animal in the forest, and there's a twist behind that too. And it's really well plotted. It's just kind of buried slightly underneath it being another one of those kind of movies where it seems like it comes from. Was this Warner? This might have been Warner. That makes sense. This might have been Warner. Wait, what company did this? Swan Princess. Based on Swan Lake. Okay, yeah. Give me that studio. New Line. Columbia tries. Sony. Oh, it's a Sony one. That's interesting, I think. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing here. Spitballing, if you will. My hair needs to settle. Please chill. Please chill, hair. This is a great movie. The acting is great. There's a villain song that's awesome. I really find it to be a great movie. Oh my god, the little animal friends. Oh my god. Stephen Wright, my favorite comedian ever. I love him. One of my favorite comedians ever. But no, actually, I don't know. I love them all. Stephen Wright is in this movie, and my gosh, this is my intro to Stephen Wright. There's also a frog that's French. Why are there so many French characters and frogs in movies? And there's also a puffin. Is he French? I'm forgetting the characters. Swan, princess. And there's probably more Swan princess movies on this, by the way. Give me characters and give me. I know there's like Steve Vinovich. I don't know who that is. Jack Palance. Oh, that's who it was. John Cleese was John. Okay. So John Bob was the frog. He's voiced by John Cleese. That's why I'm like something familiar about this. No real other casting choices I remember that much. The puffin was cute. I think I wanted a plush of him or something. I was in a whole puffin penguin thing for a while. Mostly penguins, but this one was really good. I like it. It's again one of those movies that just like it has this concept. It rolls with it, not rolls with it. It goes with it. It's really good. I just really like this movie a lot. Yeah. I think I saw this. I forget. Honestly, I know I probably saw this. It's a weird movie. It's a fun movie. Jim Carrey's character finds a mask that transforms him into an even more Jim Carrey. And the bad guy finds it, and chaos ensues, and it's weird, and he sings, and there's cops, and he's dancing everywhere, and it got made into a TV series, I think, with Rob Paulson. I don't know what else to say. It was a phenomenon for a while in the 90s. It kind of like hit the Mask is a very 90s movie with that kind of devil-may-care attitude, the weirdness of it all, the strange obsession we all had with zoot suits in the 90s. I think it was really good. Nothing else to say though. Probably should have put it like, higher or lower or whatever, but liked it. Speed! Keanu Reeves. This is, I think, when Keanu became the action hero we all know and love. This movie really hit it off. But Dennis Hopper's in this one. Man, he's great. Oh, and Bullock. Sandra Bullock also in this one, I think so. She's awesome. It's a movie about basically the bus that wouldn't slow down. Basically, the bus has to stay above a certain amount of miles per hour. It has to stay at a certain speed. Otherwise, the bus explodes because there's a bomb rigged to explode if it goes underneath a certain amount of speed. Now, I like this movie a lot, but what I don't like about it is that there's a third act kind of twist and change of location that really didn't need to be there. I think, even though I do like the villain ending, how the villain meets his end, that was pretty cool. But I don't know. They could stick with the bus and not go to a different place. That would be great. But other than that, it's a really awesome action movie, and I found it to be pretty cool. Everyone did a great job with their casting, and yeah, it's a great 90s action movie. I forgot if I saw this one in its entirety, but I've seen it enough, I think, where I have to mention it. My God. Morgan Freeman. I love him. I love him in this movie. You get busy living or you get busy dying. The Shawshank Redemption. That's what it's all about. You gotta kind of just, weave your way through these movies and weave your way through the sewer pipe and try to get out of prison. And Mr. Krabs is in this movie from SpongeBob SquarePants, and I think he's a, pretty neat actor. I haven't really seen him that much in any other things. He was in the Punisher show, and he was also in a lot of other television shows, and he was the, what's his name, that kind of guy who was he was a mask of, speaking of masks from a few times ago. He was, I'm losing track of who he was. Losing track of everything. I can't believe when I'm not talking about or talking about. What am I saying? Oh, he played Uka Uka. in Crash Bandicoot. There it is. But yeah, Shawshank is about a just being in this prison. I think in the 1900s, early or mid 1900s, and just how they treat you there. And it's a good, lesson on the system and stuff like that. But I think it won Academy Awards everywhere. It did a great job, and the ending's wonderful. And I recommend seeing it. It's great. Really great. Lion King. Not a big fan of Lion King as much as the other movies, but this one's great. It has really awesome characters, great designs, a lot of CGI wildebeest in one scene that are pretty cool. How they randomize the patterns, that was awesome. Timon and Pumbaa are really funny. Nathan Lane and Ernie Isabella, who could do this kind of voice all the time. He's like this. It's almost like Seth Rogen. Well, duh, actually. Wait, that was actually perfect casting. Casting. Oh, man. Having your Ernie Isabella voice and your... I think I ruined my voice just doing that voice. Of Seth Rogen has got a voice like this. A little bit. I'm really kind of like going too deep for it. Almost going to like Rick from Rick and Morty, but yeah, Lion King is pretty goated. It's a great movie. Jeremy Irons is awesome in it. All the casting and songs are wonderful in this one. You probably know this one by heart by now. The remake was fine, but this one I think is really peak. There's a lot of color to it too. I love that. How vibrant and bright it is. The score is gorgeous. Yeah, this is really good. The movie that never fails to make me cry. I love Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks did a great job at it. I think I watched it kind of after I watched Groundhog Day, this February or so this year, and I really gained a new appreciation for him. I really loved it. How Forrest just goes through life and just does his stuff. How horrible Jenny is as a friend. Gary Sinise kills it as Lieutenant Dan. I will never not like Lieutenant Dan. He's a great character, great actor too, and a great person. He does a lot of charity work, and it's epic. I forgot if... Oh, was he in this movie? Forrest... Who played his friend? Bubba Gump. Oh, no, wait, it's not... McKelty Williamson. I totally thought for a minute that was a young Forrest Whitaker. I don't know why. I'm stupid or something, probably, but I haven't seen the movie in a while. In any case, I just think it's a really awesome movie. I've never been to a Bubba Gump Shrimp before. I probably should go. Tom Hanks is epic in this one. The scene where he meets his kid is great. The scene where he sits by the tree at the end is I always cry. I always cry at that scene. Man, even now. Whew, okay, I need to just get away from that. A lot of funny moments in this one. I just really love it. The fact that he invests in Apple at the end is hysterical. And then just has all the money to do everything is great. And yeah, Forrest Gump is amazing. Definitely a must-watch. What's next? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! The best one. My favorite Tarantino film. One of my favorite films of all time. Ever. This is it. Heckin' love Pulp Fiction. It's basically perfect. It's told in anachromatic order. There's like 3 or 4 stories to it, yet you can follow it so well. It's... iconic moments everywhere. Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, John Travolta, Bruce Willis, Ving Rhames. I'm pretty far from okay. Gonna get medieval on you. Why is he not in Lilo and Stitch? Sorry, sorry. Just gotta kind of chill a bit on that. But really, though, it bugs me, Bunny. It bugs me. Oh my god, Bunny. Oh my god, Honey Bunny and Ringo. Oh man, every moment for who was that? Eli Roth again? Was that? Tim Roth. Who's Eli Roth? Oh, he's a director. Tim Roth. So I messed up. So it's Tim Roth instead. Okay. Tim Roth was also in Reservoir Dogs. Just pointing that out. Tim Roth is great. He's also, I think, in the he's in the Universal Hulk movie, the Incredible Hulk one with Abomination. He's Abomination in that movie, and also the She-Hulk show. I haven't seen it yet, but Pulp Fiction. Oh my God, Marvin, Phil Lamar, Samurai Jack is in this movie. Samurai Jack, everybody, and Hermes from Futurama. Oh my God, the cast is just perfect. Harvey Keitel, and also has my favorite Tarantino cameo. I love the Tarantino cameo in this one. Do you see a sign on my house that says... I can't say any of those words probably. The word storage I can say, but the rest I can't. But oh my goodness, this movie is one of the funnest... It's not an action movie, which is weird. It's more of a character study, in a way. It just drops you in this world with these characters and shows you what they do and how they deal with the situations they deal with. Like, this could be an everyday thing, all these events. But what's great is that the stories interweave and intertwine with each other in pretty cool ways. You see characters cross over from story to story, and it's great to see. This is Tarantino's best. It is one of my favorite films, top 10 of all time, I believe. I usually slot a couple things out, but Pulp Fiction usually stays. Tarantino's one of my favorite directors of all time. What am I saying? He's really cool. I hope he does that 10th movie soon or whatever it's going to be, or just keeps working. I should find an autobiography of his and read it. Gotta read Norm's autobiography. You know, Norm Macdonald, he was a pretty cool guy. Kind of just lays around and did things, you know. Right now, just watching Pulp Fiction one day and just saying, wow, that Uma Thurman's pretty hot. Okay. I miss Norm. Every day I miss him. I was in Germany on vacation, and I woke up one morning to the news that he passed. I just got so sad. It was awful. That was a cool town. There was an ice cream store like a block away from our hotel. And then there was like a plaza and a train station like a couple blocks up with like a McDonald's that I wish I went to. I honestly wish I went to more McDonald's when I was in different countries. I saw the one in Japan. I saw the one in... I never got Le Big Mac from this movie. Le Big Mac. I could have gotten Le Big Mac. Whatever. Royale with cheese. And the discussions in it's perfect. This movie's basically perfect. Okay. I'm gonna stop gushing about this movie. Moving on. Yep. It sucks. It's like my least favorite Disney movie of all time. I think Black Cauldron is lower, and I think... No, not Raya. I don't know. Whatever, a couple other ones are lower, but yeah. Pocahontas is trash. There's nothing redeeming about it. It's fluff. It's puffy. It's like... It's not even cotton candy. It's attic insulation. It will actively hurt you. It's historically inaccurate, incredibly boring. It's fun to laugh at, but from a sad perspective, where you're like, oh, they are not trying at all. The voice actor for the dad is one of the worst actors I've ever heard in my entire life. It's so funny though, where he talks like it's almost like The Room. He talks like this kind of. Pocahontas, will you come over? It's just so trash. Skip. I like Savages. Good song. The mining song. Anything Radcliffe is pretty gold in this movie. I know what I did there. I just figured it out too. Don't worry. Alright, we're going to bypass. I don't remember Babe. I like the technology, the graphics. It's about a talking pig named Babe and the farm animals and stuff. I actually forget if he can talk in the movie's canon. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but it's better than Pocahontas. That's all I'm going to say. It was cute. Babe. La 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 la. There we go. Cool. You just saw me live try to find a voice. All right. Babe's okay. Maybe I should watch it again. If you want to watch Babe again, comment below if I should watch Babe again, if it's worth watching again. Any of these movies, if they're worth watching again, if I put them too low, let me know in the comments so I can, rewatch some of these and do a video on that. Thanks. The Indian in the Cupboard, despite the name being Native American in the Cupboard, doesn't have a good ring to it. Indie in the Cupboard has a cool ring to it. But aside from that, my biggest memory from this movie, the graphics are pretty cool, but also the VHS was one of the coolest VHSs I've ever had. It came shrink wrapped with a small key and a small keyhole in the side of the VHS. You put the key in the side of the VHS, you turn the lock, and the VHS pops open. I mean, it's simple. You can just open it yourself, but turning it with the key makes it so much more magical. And also, there's a little Native American dude, whatever the character's name in this movie is. I should probably Google these things. Indie in the Cupboard. Give me casting. Give me casting. What's the name? Iroquois. What's his name? Omri. Cool. World War One. Oh, there's more toys to come to life. That's cool. Okay. There's a character named Little Bear. I love that show. Little Bear was peak. Little Bear was goated. Mitzi sucks. I'm sorry. I will never. I swear that my first grudge held against anything was Mitzi in that marble episode of Little Bear, where that monkey just stole all the marbles. I mean, it's good to not like monkeys because monkeys can tear your face off, apparently. But, yeah, just saying. Just saying. I don't know why I got off track. This movie's good, I guess. I don't remember much of it, but I watched it when I was a kid. I had the tape, so, yeah. In the Mouth of Madness, I watched at my grandparents' house for some reason. I don't know why either, but it was pretty cool. Small town. There's a writer. He writes evil things or something that come to life. All I remember is like a monster, like devouring someone's face with tentacles, and it was really weird and creepy. And it's a John Carpenter film, so there's that. Scary, tense, all those horror movie things. I'm not a horror movie guy. I just saw this one at happenstance. It's good. Apollo 13 is great too. The cast is stacked. I forget who's in it because I can't read the names on the thing. Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon. Oh wow, Gary Sinise also in this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just about moon travel. You know, going to the moon. I think that iconic walking scene. You know, I think the Monsters Inc. parody that one is pretty cool. The effects are great. Characters are nice. Acting is really good. I just do not remember that much, but I remember the good feeling I had watching it. It was good. Jumanji, another movie I think I watched in 3rd grade or something. I remember the Robin Williams. First of all, he's in this one. It's the "What year is it" meme came from this movie. I really like that a lot. Robin did a great job. The kids turning the monkeys. I remember that. There's a lot of weird creatures coming out everywhere. There is a hunter with a pith helmet. I've always loved that. He looks like the Professor Porter from Tarzan, but larger and taller. I think the kids turning into monkeys is pretty cool. That design was nice. The fur on the face is pretty neat, and the effects were nice. I just don't remember much about the movie, but it was a good one. I like this one. Balto! I don't remember much of Balto either, but it's about a dog that just goes to different, he's in the snow, and he has to deliver medicine to sick people in the town, basically. And there's this Jim Cummings voiced dog who is the villain, and he's really in your face with everything. Steel or something. He's great. I think Bob Hoskins plays the goose, and I love Bob Hoskins. He just does good acting. Thank you, Roger Rabbit, in the Mario movie. I haven't seen that one yet, though. But Balto's really good. The animation's really awesome. Again, I forget who did this one. I'm guessing it's Warner. I'm hoping it's Warner. I'm not sure exactly. I want to look it up, but Balto was great. I think Kevin Bacon was in this one too. I'm trying to look it up. Of course, it's Kevin Bacon again. Bob Hoskins, of course. Jim Cummings. Who else is in this one? Nothing much else. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's just a good movie. Feel good, fun movie. Snowy landscapes. A lot of good animation on that. And it's just awesome. A lot of kind of somewhat tense moments with the little boy and the little kid, or there's a kid or whatever who has pneumonia or something, and they're focusing on that, I guess. But yeah, great movie. Speaking of snowy landscapes, oh man, do I love this one. I I know that everyone's like, oh, it's so bad. And I'm like, nuh-uh. I remember all the music. I remember all the music in my head because I'm that crazy. But I used to love Penguin so much, and I love this one too. And man, it is the only Martin Short role that I like. I do not like Martin Short in any other role except for this one. He is tolerable, and he's played up against with Jim Belushi, John Belushi's brother, who I feel like if they got John, it would have just ruined the dynamic. But Jim being in the movie is much better. You have this kind of wacky hero with a more just level-headed sidekick, and it works out so well in that degree. I just find it to be a really fun movie. This penguin gets adrift with another penguin, and they have to work together to get back to the iceberg before the evil Tim Curry villain Drake. Tim Curry rocks. I love seeing him in this movie. He's really funny. He puts on an American accent. It's great. Not as good as Hexus, and nothing can be, or Frankfurter, but definitely a great role for Tim Curry, this giant buff penguin man who it's so weird. I love how weird this movie is and how threatening the animals are. And there's like a boat submarine filled with like captive penguins and animals, and it's like kitchen sink stuff. I love it. And then the whole like penguin flying thing is wonderful at the end. I really love that kind of message, if it's a message, or just believe in you. I think believe in yourself is, I think, the best message you can give any kid. You know, just keep going with it. I should probably get my cartoon going someday, but I love Pebble and the Penguin. It's really good. Toy Story. Heck yeah, great movie. The casting is great. I love the side characters in this one. Tim Allen and Tom Hanks steal the show, of course, with the main characters. They do a great job playing off each other. Sid as a villain is really cool. I love the mutant toys. Here's a story. I hate spiders. For some reason, as a kid, I was really into the baby head character. I'm not sure if I rewound it a lot to scare myself or what. I'm not sure why, but my parents were on the hunt for that toy, and they found it behind some other toys, which was great at the store. I think I have 2 of these now. These little baby head toys with little pinchers and clompers, and you can pull it back, and it just moves with the legs move too. It's kind of like how Takua and Puku, the Bionicle set, moves. I don't really have any toy. I sold off all my Toy Story guys. I think I kept Lotso or something. Probably should have kept Woody and Buzz, honestly, but selling them I think is better. It's a great movie. Woody's a little cynical in this one, but he learns to be better. And Buzz learns to be an actual toy and a better person. And they work together to get back to the moving van in time for the move. And it's great. It's just a really good movie that it's very fun. I liked it a lot. A Goofy movie is a movie I've been wanting to rewatch for the past few months now. I never had the chance to or time to, but I really like this one a lot. Goofy movie is really awesome. I find this one to be very fun. It's pure 90s. Pauly Shore's in it. It's the leaning tower of cheese. He's like a cheese whiz tower. Wallace Shawn's in this one. Jim Cummings plays Pete in this one again. Oh, goof. Kinda. I'm not. My voice is giving out from talking so much for like an hour. Oh my god. But yeah. By the way, don't do a water drinking game if I flip my hair a lot, because you'll have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the stream and it's not gonna work. It's not gonna be fun. Goofy movie's great though. I love the singer Powerline. What a great concept for a character. The songs are wonderful. The casting is great. They have the perfect cast in this movie. Boom. But yeah, Goofy movie's awesome. I love to watch it again. It's a great father-son movie. Father's Day. I'll just watch it for Father's Day. That'd be great. Yeah. But it's really good. I really like this one a lot. It's well done and fun for the whole family. And finally, Die Hard 3. I really love this one. It actually wasn't a Die Hard movie initially. It was a movie called Simon Says, about a guy that would have these, like, decoded codes and messages and stuff. Like, for example, in the movie, you have 3 jugs, and you have to get, and using the jugs, you have to fill 1 jug exactly on a scale to defuse a bomb. And Bruce Willis meets up, I think he's in New York or something, like finally. He's in the city, and the whole thing takes place in the city, which is really cool. But everything's timed, so he has to work fast, which is really nice. It keeps him on a clock, where he can't, just meander and amble everywhere. Jeremy Irons plays the villain in this one. He does a great job with that. The characters are pretty cool. I like the set pieces here. Not as much as Die Hard 1, but this is definitely my second favorite Die Hard movie. I really like this one a lot. Bruce Willis does a great job in this one once again. Samuel L. Jackson, I think he plays Zeus. Yeah, in this. He's really great too. And Jeremy Irons is a great villain. I love the concept of the whole fact that they're stalling him in a way to get what they want, which is pretty nice. It's very interesting. It kind of reminds me of... And he's also the brother of Hans Gruber, or cousin or something, and he ties in really well with the family aspect of that. But Die Hard: The Vengeance is great. I really love this one. It's a very fun movie, and I gotta say, it does a great job at being not Die Hard 2, if I may say, but not as good as Die Hard 1. It's still a great movie, though. I really love it, and my best of 95. So, next time, we'll be going over 1996 to 98 or so, I guess, and then there'll be an eventual time where I'm just doing a year by year, because I watched so many movies in the 2000s. But yeah, so that's been my list of movies so far, going up to 1995. Thank you all for watching, and hope you enjoy this episode and the next one to come. We're going to do it on Mondays and Wednesdays from now on, and Tuesday will be some other live stream and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.